together, and I've invited some of my favorite bloggers to join us and really set the record straight on what moms really want for Mother's Day this year. I'm Dana Holmes, the editor-in-chief of Gifts.com. Welcome. Let me introduce our panel. So first we have Amity Hook-Sopko from Green Gifts Guide and the founder of Green Child Magazine. Hi, Amity.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
Good, thanks. Next we have Dawn Sandamino from Party Blueprints blog. Hi, Dawn.
Hello.
All right. And next we have Laurie Schacht, the Toy Insider mom and the founder of the Big Toy Book. Hey, Laurie. Okay, and last we have Trey Bodge from Retail Me Not. Hey, Trey. Thanks for joining us. All right. Next, introductions are out of the way. Don't forget to log into Twitter and use the hashtag MomsDreamGift and @mentiongifts.com for your chance to win. We're announcing prizes every 5 minutes, and we're announcing a winner every 5 minutes. Stay tuned and share your stories. Tell us all your funny and favorite Mother's Day ideas. We really want to hear from them. Let's get down to it. The first question I have to ask you guys is Mother's Day just another Hallmark holiday, or do you think that it's something that is really essential to our lives? Go, Laurie. Uh-oh, can you not hear her?
I can't hear her.
Uh-oh, Laurie, we're not hearing you. Let's see, anybody else have a comment while she's getting her sound situated?
I do. I don't mind that if it's a Hallmark holiday or not. I think any day that thanks moms for all the hard work they do is a worthwhile holiday. And, you know, same for Father's Day. I think that parents are so essential to our lives, so why not let them have a special day all to themselves each year?
Definitely. Amity, did you have something to add to that?
I think, yeah, it's basically the same, I guess, sentiment is that when you think about honoring a mother, sometimes our jobs get to be so, you just expect to do it over and over. And so, yeah, when you actually have a day that you dedicate to moms, yeah, I think it's important to do that.
I think so too. I mean, moms spend all of their time putting themselves last. They rarely put themselves first, and this is a day where they really get put up on the pedestal that they deserve to be on. So it makes absolute sense to me why we celebrate it and why it's one of the biggest occasions at Gifts.com every year.
Right.
So let's move on and talk about the gifts. Why do some of the same old things appear every year after year, the same things with #1 mom on it? Do all moms really want that? Set the record straight.
No.
No.
No, we don't.
Laurie, do you want? Oh, Laurie's still having sound problems, I think. Trey, how do you feel about the #1 mom gift?
Well, at Retail Me Not, we conduct surveys every year, you know, particularly around important gift-giving holidays, and we found 2 years in a row that moms definitely don't want the #1 mom mug and all those kind of typical gifts. And, you know, I think with great gift guides that are available all over the internet at all of our blogs, I would just advise people, gift givers out there, just to take a few minutes and look around at all the great blogs like Gifts.com and look for out-of-the-box options for your mom and try to surprise and delight her every year. And you don't even have to break the bank. There are so many great gift options that are available for under $50, and it's worth it just to, again, take a couple minutes to look for something that will surprise your mom and really make her feel special that day.
I totally agree. We actually just conducted a survey here at Gifts.com and found out that a lot of moms really want some kind of housekeeping service or somebody to do the chores for them for a day. And I think that is such an easy thing to give, and it would be so appreciated by any mom out there if you had either your kids come clean everything for you, or, you know, hire somebody and you can all have a picnic in the backyard. I think that that's something that you don't really think about very often, but it comes up in our survey.
Can you hear me now?
Hi, Laurie. Welcome.
Hi. Well, here's what I think. I happen to love when my kids actually make me things. And then my husband goes out and he buys something. That's always a great treat on Mother's Day, too. I find that I actually took a few things off my refrigerator today that my baby, who is now 17, made me. And it was all about how we bake together and do yoga together. And those are really special, and I keep them. I have a lot of those #1 mom mugs, and I do prefer the spa gift certificate and the nice pajamas. But, you know, we leave that to the hubby.
That's a good point, though. All those homemade gifts that the kids make over the years, they make them at school and bring them home. Are those really things that you keep, or are those things that, you know, get tossed after a few months or so? It sounds like, Laurie, you keep yours on the fridge still. What about
I do, and this is from when, I mean, she's 17 now. I don't know if you could see it, but it's really just a special one. So I have 2 of these that are laminated, and I love them. And everyone reads them when they come into my kitchen, and they think I still have a little baby. Maybe I'm just hanging on to the past.
Great. What about everybody else? Do you keep them or do you toss them?
I definitely keep them. I love them.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I think another great idea is to let your kids go on the blogs and go on the sites and pick out gifts for mom, because one of the best things about Mother's Day is that you're giving your kids the opportunity to celebrate you.
Right. No,
I think that's a great point. And you know, what's wonderful again about the internet is that there are so many sites that will allow you to fill out a wish list. So if you feel that your husband or your kids may go in the wrong direction and choose a gift that may not be appropriate for you, you could always create a wish list that then they could visit, like Etsy, for instance. And there are so many great boutiques on Etsy. You can fill out a wish list for brands that you're interested in and then allow them to choose something that they want to give you. And it's not that they're being so aggressively directed, like, this is what I want. It's like, this is what I'm interested in, and now you can choose.
No, that is great advice, too. Sometimes they need a little help, right? Change the subject really quickly. The royal pregnancy is all over every magazine and every celeb talk show. So this brings up the mom-to-be angle. Do you think that moms-to-be should be getting Mother's Day presents or should be celebrated during Mother's Day? I know some cultures think that that's bad luck. What do you think?
I like to wait till the baby's in my arms. That's my personal opinion on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think once you've actually had the baby, you're officially a mom, and that's when you can start celebrating Mother's Day.
I felt like a mom when I got pregnant. I would take the gift.
I think my husband got me a card the first time, which was nice. So it wasn't a gift, but it was just like acknowledging that, you know, although you're still cleaning the house and getting the nursery ready, and it's kind of like you're doing it all while you're walking uphill and carrying a boulder, you still feel like you're being appreciative for it.
I think being pregnant is just as hard as you know, the rest of it, because you're just getting used to the whole experience, and it's a big change. It's the beginning of a big change for you. So I'm on the fence, but I think it would be nice to get a little something. It's always nice to get presents, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to the next subject. What is the funniest gift you ever gave or got for Mother's Day? I have a pretty good story here. My sister and I always like to do something spa-related for my mom for Mother's Day. So when I was 5 or 6, I think I was in kindergarten, my contribution to the spa thing was to get my whole shoebox full of barrettes out, and I put every single one of them in my mom's hair. It's amazing if you ask me, but you know, she will never say that she loved it. She says she loved it, and she would never say anything else. But what do you think? Was that a good or a bad idea?
It was from the heart. It's good.
Yeah, that's adorable. I love that.
It is. Did she get to go to the spa also?
No, we did it all. I mean, we were kids, so
it was her at-home spa day.
Yeah.
There's a great book about that topic called, it's a Fancy Nancy book called Fancy Nancy Beauty Day, I believe, where she gives her mom a home spa day, and it goes a little bit wrong in several areas, from the face mask to the pedicure, but it's really adorable.
That sounds exactly like something my sister and I tried to accomplish. But what about you guys? Do you have a funny story about something you got or gave for Mother's Day?
Well, actually, I'm going to have to throw Father's Day into the mix. because after my oldest, I have 3 daughters, so after my oldest was born, his birthday was right after. She's an April baby. He's a May birthday. So it was just fun. You know, we got him his first Father's Day card, and we bought him an apple tree because he likes apples. And we planted the card underneath the tree itself. And it grew for a few years, but we ended up getting an Akita, like 2 years later, a dog. And as she got bigger, she really ate most of the tree. So the tree is gone. The card is probably still buried in the ground.
Started with a good idea. Anyone else have a funny story?
My husband always, he does really well on Mother's Day, so I've never received a strange gift from him yet. It's only been 6 years, but so far so good.
That's good to hear. Nice track record.
Yeah.
And don't forget, everybody watching, please add your comments to our Twitter account using the hashtag #MomsDreamGift. All right, so moving on, the next question I have you ever gotten something really bad, and how did you react? Or do moms just really appreciate everything?
A vacuum cleaner. I wasn't happy.
Oh, I wouldn't be happy either.
Why? What was he thinking?
He wasn't, I guess. He's wonderful. It was just, it was a year where he slipped up.
Yeah, sometimes guys they want to be practical, you know, and we don't want that for Mother's Day.
No.
No, my partner got a waffle iron, and I think maybe her husband still has like a little bit of the.
It only takes once for them to really learn the lesson, you hope, right?
My husband once gave me yellow roses on Mother's Day, and I said, no, never again. White or red only.
So funny. All right, well, moving on. So do you think that only older moms want to spend more time with their kids for Mother's Day, or do you think new moms want more time too? They just can't get enough?
I definitely want to spend more time with my kids now that they're older, and I know that that time with them is fleeting. I have a son who's going to be a senior in high school, so I don't think it's that you want to more, but I think it's that you appreciate it more, and you realize that that time is fleeting, like I said.
Yeah,
I agree. And I think that when they're younger and they need so much, mom just needs a break, you know? And so once they're older and they have their own interests and they're maybe out in the world a little bit more, they just don't need so much from you. It's when you kind of go back and you realize that day is really important to spend with family. Whereas otherwise, you may have never gotten out to get a pedicure or anything, or even the coffee by yourself.
That's a really good point. We actually found out in the survey that we did recently that 50% of moms with school-age children want to spend more time with their kids for Mother's Day, and I thought that number was kind of high. I would think that they would need some alone time, but do you think that's partially because so many women are working now and they don't get as much time with their kids?
I do. I feel especially working moms, they do struggle to find that quality time with their kids, and especially at the end of the day after they've worked all day, they're tired. So to have, you know, a nice Sunday to spend with the family is a wonderful thing.
The other thing is, if you start out celebrating these holidays with your family, I mean, there are 3 holidays that aren't just my family, but my parents and my sister and her kids and husband, and that is Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Thanksgiving. So all of our children have grown up that way. My sister and I grew up that way. So they know that it's that they don't make other plans. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, we're together. Always.
That's
and having 3 girls, they know that when they get married, those are still my holidays.
Stay with everybody. We'll just get bigger. That's great.
Right.
I hope they live close by.
I have one back in New York. I'm working on the other 2.
Great. Well, we have a few minutes left, so let's get to a couple more questions. Do you think that husbands should be excused from buying their wives Mother's Day presents because they're already responsible for their own mom?
Absolutely not.
No.
They should always buy their wife a present, and I mean, let's face it, they don't always buy their mom a present for Mother's Day, do they? That's pretty much our job.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely my job. I find my husband forgets, So it's a good reminder for me also. It's, by the way, Mother's Day is coming. What would you like to get your mom? But it's definitely me spearheading that effort for him. And so I think it's a good reminder.
Yeah, definitely. Because we can then initiate the conversation about what to get their mom, and then they think, oh yeah, I have to get her something.
Right.
Remembers us. That's great. So you do buy your mother-in-law. Does everyone buy their mother-in-law gifts for Mother's Day?
No, I do.
Is he in charge of his own mom?
My husband sends her flowers every year without being reminded.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Done. Well done. So everybody else, when you buy your mother-in-law gift, do you spend the same on her as you do on your own mother? Can you fess up on air?
I do.
I do.
Usually, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You're fair. You're playing your cards right.
Well, I noticed that the card that we will choose for my mother-in-law usually has less words on it. The more words, the more likely it is to be insincere. So the less words, have a wonderful Mother's Day. Just, works a lot better.
You can mix up that message. Since we were just talking about new dads, do you guys have any tips for them out there, whoever's watching? What can they do to make mom's first Mother's Day or the first few Mother's Day really good? Because I'm sure they're clueless. They don't know what to do. They don't want to ask their wife because they want to do something right, but they don't know what. So do you have any tips?
They could change diapers all day long. Give mom a real break.
Pick out a treat, not an appliance.
And I think especially in the early days, when you've got young kids at home, I think it's okay to ask and just say, honey, what do you want on your special day? And allow us to tell them, say, I want a spa day. I want presents. I want time with the family. And then that way they end up treating you in the way that you'd like to be treated on that day.
Yeah, I think
I agree. Dana, we've worked together on experience gifts before, and I think especially for new moms, just like you said, spa day or someone else to clean the house or someone to anything else that she cares about but needs a break from. Experience gifts are not only something that'll never end up in a landfill if you go, the #1 mom mug that she's never going to use and doesn't like, and she's going to just give it to Goodwill as soon as she can. But it's something that really gives her a break and gives her the chance to do something that she probably wouldn't do for herself.
Yeah, so the IOU coupons and coming in and doing the dishes for a week or cooking dinner for a week, that's really something that new moms need, especially.
Right.
Yeah.
And put your personal touch on it. That always makes whatever you give better.
Mm-hmm. I love it when people put a quote. When my husband always puts a quote in the cards that he gives me, and I think that that's really thoughtful. It means that he looked into something, he found something that's the way he feels, and I think that that's really cool. And I love that.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So we're coming close to the end. This is time for us all to fess up what our dreams are. What is your dream Mother's Day? What does it look like? What do you really, really want if money and time were no objects? Let's go one at a time. Who wants to start?
There are so many things I could think of, but I guess the first thing that jumps to mind is going back to Greece, but I would want to go back with my husband, not alone.
What about your kids? Leave them at home?
For Greece, leave them at home. But not on Mother's Day. I'll leave the day after.
And what do you hope your kids are getting you this year?
And I'm just happy that they show up. They usually get me a little trinket or something. I'm not big on needing something as much as I need them home. So that's my gift from them.
A real classic mom.
I am.
All right, who's next?
I'd like a day without hockey. I have 3 boys, and I'm in the car all the time. So a day at home with my boys and my husband, no cooking, no work, just putting my feet up and being with them. That would be my dream.
What do you hope, or what do you think you're going to get wrapped up this year for Mother's Day?
I think a new travel bag, because I've been doing more of that, and I will really like that.
Great. All right, who's next? Amity or Trey?
Oh, I can go. Lori, I think I agree with you. I think my dream would be a tropical vacation. And I think it would be kind of half with kids and half without kids. So if it's a dream, you can work that out somehow, right? Like,
Yes.
there's a babysitter there who keeps them away. I don't know. And then what I know that I'm getting is, because much like your hockey players, I have 2 baseball players, and we were making plans for Mother's Day, and maybe we've been talking about it, and then one of the coaches says, "Oh, we get a chance to go to one of the local, minor league teams, and so we're going to a baseball game on Mother's Day with all their buddies from the team, so it'll be fun." And I know a lot of moms, so it'll still be fun. But yeah, that's my Mother's Day. It's kind of how I spend every night of the week.
Trey, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I love to take a trip. And if, like Amity said, if there could be like a half with the child and half without, that would be really cool, because it would be sad for me to spend the day without her. But I also really value alone time with my husband, so that would be cool to have a half and half. And I think in terms of a gift, I mean, I'm really tough to buy for, because I'm constantly, I mean, I shop for a living for the Retail Me Not blog, so I'm really tough to buy for. So I love spa gift certificates, or something from Etsy that's really special and handmade for my wish list. Hopefully my husband is going to take a look at that, or a book that I haven't read yet. And I hope that my daughter will make me something special. She's already started giving me little Mother's Day messages and cards and things. She's a big champion of all holidays, no matter what they are, so she celebrates more than we do. So I'm sure I'll have a big box full of treats from her by the time Mother's Day comes.
Oh, that's sweet. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds like everybody wants kind of the same thing. Everybody wants some time for them away from their life a little bit, but without giving the kids away completely, right? And
Definitely.
something that our watchers should be agreeing with, or telling us why they disagree. But I think that that's a good lesson for everybody to learn who's listening out there. If you're thinking about what to do for Mother's Day, even a weekend somewhere, or a night at a bed and breakfast, or arrange a babysitter, something to help give mom some time to be herself. I think that's really important. Well, this brings us to the close. I hope we've gotten some great comments on Twitter, and I hope everybody who wins enjoys their prizes and hopefully gives them to your mom. Please visit all of our blogs for more information on Mother's Day and more advice, great deals, and gift ideas. I'm Dana Holmes, the editor-in-chief of Gifts.com, and we have, does everybody just go through and say where you're from and your name one more time? Trey, we'll start with you.
I'm sure. I'm Trey Bodge. I'm the senior editor of the Real Deal blog by RetailMeNot.com.
Great. Laurie?
I'm Laurie Schacht. I'm co-publisher of the Toy Insider and Toy Insider Mom.
All right. Dawn?
I'm Dawn Sandomino, editor-in-chief of the Party Blueprints blog. And thank you, Dana. It was fun.
Thank you so much. And Amity?
Amity Hook Sopko, and my blog is Green Gifts Guide, and I'm also the editor and owner of Green Child Magazine. And yeah, this was great fun. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. It has been so much fun. I think we answered a lot of questions, and hopefully we helped a lot of people with their holiday shopping, and if not, they know where to go for more information. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.